I was working on some stuff. The whole Jeff playlist retreat, Chasing Goosebumps album. I've been working on music before that, but Tico, told me he's working on that project with Jeff and a bunch of other artists, and I remember seeing that little blurb of him talking about just die empty. Just don't die with music sitting in your computer. It's not useful. It's not going to do anything if you don't put it out. And I was just like, you know what? It's true, because I have stuff that I've been sitting on, and of course we're all our worst critics. So, I pretty much come to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Kind of just got to put it out there and just let people decide if they like it or not. You're not going to please everybody. It's impossible to please everybody, and kind of you got to reach a point where you don't give a fuck.
Let me start off by telling you that this story about turntablism isn't completely mine to tell. It's best heard straight from the artist and the community. My name is Antrix, and in the spring of 2017, my company, Battle Avenue, went on a world tour to document the return of a legendary DJ and meet new ones along the way. This documentary is about the return of DJ Excess and the new generation of turntables. Excess actually came to Battle Ave at a unique time. We weren't always traveling. Back in 2002, we primarily focused on battles and showcases. We did a tour, but it was only California. From 2004 to 2012, we took a break from coordinating events. And in between that time, the Bastard Language Tour and Ned Hotting's era took off.
You were more into battling, into the competition side of it.
I think it got whacked where it's like you couldn't progress after competitions,
Yeah.
It's like I went to competitions and I still feel like it did me good, but at the same time it didn't give me exposure in terms of like where I wanted music to head.
Right.
In terms of like the art, for all of us,
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think like as I say, like I always think like how many people are at a competition? 1,500 maybe if you're lucky.
Right.
1,000 to 1,500. How many people walk into a record store randomly and just go through records or go through CDs? And just maybe buy your stuff like out of nowhere, out of the blue, just from hearsay or general interest.
Right.
So it's like you have a better opportunity to move your music into other people's hands if you have music out rather than competing.
Oh, I see.
DJ Excess.
This whole Ned Hotting / Bastard Language, we all met at my old crib in the Bay, and I would say around 99, 2000, he came up to the Bay for one of the DMCs. I invited him over because I wanted him to meet Ricky Rucker. I wanted him to meet Mike Boogie because because I don't think they met yet. And I knew we were all on the same page musically, you know what I mean?
They kind of took that whole jazzy approach that I guess the Pickles kind of like tried to, and D Styles would be the one that actually had it going on, but they just took the whole approach to actual music and made it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about flipping a song or taking, you know, the next popular break record or whatever. They were just digging for sounds and making good music how they saw fit.
Right off the bat, you know, Glenn always impressed me, man. He always, you know, not only did he have the cuts, but he has the musical sense, you know what I mean, to make music to scratch. He gets it, you know. Not too many people get it, and he's one of them that definitely gets it, man. He's always impressed me, and he's always influenced me.
XS comes from a different breed of turntablists. He's a musician, he's a producer. Everything that a DJ is now, he was doing in the early 2000s. So you can understand why his music has lasted so long.
Yeah, I've been following XS since those, you know, the Lally times. So to see him grow and move in another direction, but still kind of keep like the same feel. But now, you know, before it used to be like just scratch drums, real down tempo, but then, you know, now he like adds layers and double times and all the weird timing. So yeah, I love the growth.
I mean, I definitely think like putting out Killable Syllables is definitely to kind of put myself back out there in the scene, but also like push the music and kind of the music that I have and I've been working on and performing, and let people know that music is a really good way of kind of pushing your name and pushing the art form. And because when I was younger, let's say, you know, in 2002 I put out Lolly, you know, It's Gonna Land. I didn't know what that record was gonna do. Like, I didn't think, you know, I was just making that record, you know, so I didn't think it would have an effect as big as it kind of did, you know, seeing how it affected people now, you know, especially on the European tour, people still asking me about that record, and, you know, even the remix, you know, going to Houston asking me about that record. And so, you know, for me that was kind of like, I wanted to, you know, continue that, because you see how important music is to people, and people will tell me, like, you know, that record really put me in a better place. You know, I was going through some really tough times, and I'm like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy, you know, because, you know, when I made that record I was going through some, you know, weird stuff, and it's nice to know that, you know, music hits people in certain ways and helps them out. Turntablism, if you strip it down to its bare bones, it's still the art form, right? So you can't, I mean, it's like having good ice cream and then, or like having bad ice cream and putting all these toppings on top of it, right? It doesn't matter what toppings you put on, it's still bad ice cream, right? It'll taste like shit. So, but with turntablism, it's the opposite. I think the art form is still good. Like, if you strip everything away, the art form in its purity is really good. It's a hybrid, though. You know, I mean, there's guys using controllers, and I would say it's more controller-based turntablism. You know, there's more guys doing a hybrid turntablism performance. So it's different. It's definitely not as, you know, clean and simple as 2 records, 2 turntables, and mixer. You know, it's not like that anymore.
So, hey. Good to see you again.
Is the one who designed Mixfader.
Wow.
Great job, man.
Thank you.
So basically, yeah, here we've got a really empty system approach. So we design everything from the choice of our controllers, our component, up to the software and design of our circuit boards. So it's really...
It's great. Everything's like in-house, quality control.
Yeah, everything is done in-house.
That's good. Yeah.
That's
and
why
we've got a hands on software and hardware as well, so we can really fix anything we need and just make sure that we get all the results we need to reach. So, yeah, that's cool.
DJ market has changed a lot within the last year or so. It's all like mobile DJing. Everyone's all about lights, new speakers, new technology, new mixers and all that. But then now the focus has shifted. Now it's back onto the turntable, back to all the new records coming out, all the new faders, what you can do with it, and all the different collaborations between different DJs, different artists.
So it's a little bit different now is I think a lot of people think of branding more than the art form.
In 2010, when we came back, branding played an essential role to our mission. We felt if we could add some diversity to the community, to the whole ecosystem of turntablism, that economically the entire community could sustain itself. And considering how fast everything grew within the past 3 years with turntablism, were we wrong?
The shift now is all back onto turntables with all the new vinyl coming back. The vinyl releases in 7 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches. It's getting stronger and stronger. Everyone all want to get back into it. The old guys, the young guys are all intrigued into turntables.
It's tough to see because I think that's everyone's kind of worst enemy in the music scene, where DJs are blowing up because of their branding or their notoriety, or not the skill level. And I feel like people are kind of flirting with that on Instagram and social. Like you gotta put stuff out there for your brand to progress. Don't just keep putting stuff out there to get the brand hype, but not have your music speak for it. So I mean, that's the thing that's a little bit different now than versus back then, right? Because back then there was no social, there was no huge internet presence.
Yeah, XS is somewhat right, but today's artist kind of has to be a jack of all trades. They have to be able to handle their own branding and their craft. But he has a point there. Maybe there's too many platforms and not enough artists.
Alternativ, falls ihr nicht warten sollte, haben Sie ein ICE nach Basel.
Pretty much declined.
The scratch scene.
Yeah, totally.
You don't mind that I film every once in a while? Okay.
Totally.
Okay.
It used to be quite big, especially around here.
Uh-huh.
We had like a crew of 10, 15 DJs.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much the only one left.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What happened? Is it just the scene went different directions, or it just kind of fizzled?
Some people just
Grew up.
lost interest in scratching, just more like into regular DJing, or they quit altogether.
Oh, I see. Well, that happens. Natural.
Yeah.
Any young kids out here that are kind of showing?
Not as far as I know.
Really?
Yeah.
They're all into this. I bet they're all into production right now.
Yeah.
At every stop that I went to, I always had a conversation with the people that helped us out about their local scene. And the more and more that I spoke to Saunders Schooler about his local scene, I began to realize how much the entire community in the world, not just in Mannheim, is going through the same situation that I'm going through back home in the Bay Area. For all of us that still share a passion for traditional turntablism, we're all just trying to find a reason to keep it alive.
It was cool, linking up with Daniel again for this event, because years later, and to still see kind of the enthusiasm he has for scratching, and to still see, the scene is still there. It's tough. It's tough to do events. I give anyone credit who does events, but I mean, to see, and also just for Daniel to really look out for us and have us out there for it. And to even have a turnout like that, more than he expected as well,
typical. This is very typical here.
This one?
It's tinto de verano.
Vino.
It's very nice.
Vino.
Is it good?
Vino?
Yeah. Yes. Sometimes.
Dolor de cabeza.
Yeah, but it's very good. It's sweet.
It's sweet. Oh, nice.
It's like yeah, it's like that. But with
Oh, nice weather, man. This weather is.
The Chinese wood, no?
Yes, yeah, perfect.
Americano.
Perfect. The whole reason why we decided to make Madrid even a stop was because of a photo I saw on Instagram. It wasn't anything special. It was just actually just a photo of the entire Scratch and Madrid crew in a park on a hill sessioning. It looked like a very normal way to meet up and cut. Personally, I think portablism, because it's so new, it's still having a hard time being accepted under turntablism as a subgenre.
Portablism isn't about scratching for me in front of like iconic venues and buildings. Portablism for me is like building the community, you know, and making it accessible. Like for me, that's cool because you're engaging people who aren't normally, you know, into that scene in a natural way. You know, so it seemed really organic. You don't want to just have people come to a battle and that be their only way into scratching, right? Like I'd rather have my like a kid or, you know, someone, you know, come off the street or just be engaged walking and passing by at a portabilist meet.
There you go. House is crooked. This is Tom. Tom was actually a customer of Battle Ave that I met on Facebook, and through several back and forth messages, he eventually became Battle Ave UK. Today he runs an open cut session called Up to Scratch out of a small pizza and vinyl bar. A pizza and vinyl bar called Dead Wax Social. Tom helped us book our first international retailer and practically built the bridge for Battle Ave to Europe. This is Cut Class. He's a part of the UK's Super Scratch Sunday family and is also a member of one of the best turntablist-based record labels, in my opinion, in the world, Cut and Paste Records. Tom and Cut Class helped us get to Brighton, so it's important to note that if it wasn't for social media, our two brands, Battle Ave and Cut and Paste, which are on two different sides of the world, might have not coordinated this event so fast. During the entire tour from Houston all the way up until Madrid, we'd spend a lot of time just talking, and I would ask a lot of questions that really dug into trying to figure out what kind of artist XS is today. Why come back? What message are you trying to say with killable syllables? And it wasn't until London, after our show with Up to Scratch and Super Scratch Sunday, that I finally understood the message he's trying to portray in his music today.
And it goes a little something like this.
That was sick. Straight up, I'm gonna give it up to fucking Brighton for killing it on the cut. You guys are honestly probably the most technical scratch city I've been to in a long fucking time. I gotta step my game up. New York gotta step their game up. You guys are killing it, man. So that's big up to you guys. Big up to you guys. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna give this speech that kind of Antrix was surprised about that I gave in Houston. Is I want you guys to really start pushing the art form, not only by technicality and scratching, not only by your record labels, not only by the killer beats that you guys are making. I want you guys to make music, because the music is what's going to really push this community to different levels and boundaries. Again, if I entered the battle today, I probably would have fucking got killed by any one of you guys. You guys are killing it. But my longevity in this art form has been created through, for one, relationships. And this is something I'm a teacher, I teach the dub spot, or I used to, but this is one thing I always say. Relationships is one of the most important things that will get you ahead in this world. A degree is not going to do it for you. None of this stuff. These relationships that we're building right now, this family that you guys have built amongst yourselves, is one of the most important things right now for all of you, aside from the scratch community. So give yourself a round of applause for that. It's special to me that you're inviting me into your family. So I thank you guys. Thank you so much. What? Santo. Thank you so much, Tom, for bringing us out. Thank you.
When did it hit for you with hip hop and turntables? When did it really hit with the whole scene in terms of the whole Ned Hoddings versions of Excess?
Like, when did it get to the Ned Hoddings version? Oh, it's hard. It's hard to pinpoint that.
I think you answered.
Oh, it's Mike. I mean, you kind of realize the impact that BLT and Rock Hard Bastards tour. I mean, Rock Hard was definitely more recent than BLT. BLT was I don't remember what year. So you kind of when you talk to people, you get a sense of, oh wow, this has some kind of a place in history. I don't want to recreate the experience for nostalgia purposes. Because I don't want to live off that. Not many people have done that, and yeah, some people still kind of reminisce about that era of turntablism, because there's so much to look forward to in the future, and also my sound has changed, so the sound is a little bit different. You're gonna kind of grow, as an artist, and your sound's gonna change up a little bit.
Since then, and it's pretty cool, man. It's a really good there's just a connection, as you saw the other night, we didn't meet each other for 10 years, and when we see each course we'll talk and shit, but when we get down to the cut, it's like we haven't missed a step. It's like we both speak the same language.
That was it.
Thank you guys. God damn.
Boo! We're gonna fucking transform days.
I wish more scratch musicians would take risks, put out music, try different things, collaborating with other musicians. I think it's dope that we're all one small, tight, knit community, but I feel like there's not enough people putting out music, man. I totally feel what XS is saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think turntablism could move forward definitely with music first.
I'll be waiting there with my trench, my little